Hall of Fame tennis star Pam Shriver is here, the ESPN broadcaster reporting from the U.S. Open starting next week. Pam's also partnered up with Salonpas to talk up their pain relief products. Great to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm at the stage where I got to talk about pain relief. 3 kids in 15 months and still try to play tennis and golf.
Amazing.
You're doing it all.
Well, it's fun. You know, when you play a lifetime sport like tennis, you get a lot of overuse, particularly on the shoulder and low back. I'm 6'1". Wow. So I find heat.
See, you're still incredibly active.
Well, you have to be with 3 kids, and also it's kind of the lifestyle I've chosen from when I was about 4 years old.
And your kids are friends with Lisa's
yeah,
kids.
Exactly.
Wow.
They play sports together and hopefully are reading together and doing math together.
A little bit of that.
So next week, U.S. Open, always a huge deal.
You'll be covering that.
Tennis is having an extraordinary time right now, particularly the men's game.
Yeah.
With Djokovic, Nadal, Murray, Federer. It's the golden era on the men's side. Some fascinating things on the women's side. Serena Williams, one of the greatest players of all time, now 32.
Wow.
Sort of another interesting part of professional tennis. There's more great 30 and over players. So like knowing how to manage your body sort of late in a career is really important too.
And Maria Sharapova.
Well, that was big news yesterday.
Oh yeah, she pulled out. Yeah.
Supposedly because she didn't have enough Salonpas heat patch on her
what it
right
was?
shoulder.
Yeah, the Salonpas.
Yeah, but she's had a terrible summer. Played only 1 match since Wimbledon. Hired Jimmy Connors as a coach. Fired him 1 match into their tenure together.
Yep.
So that was unfortunate because she's a huge name in women's tennis. So, but the 2 favorites will be Serena Williams and Victoria Azarenka. They faced off in Cincinnati a couple days ago, 7-6 in the 3rd. So probably Rafa, Nadal, and Serena are your 2 betting favorites. Not that anybody bets.
Yeah, not that anybody bets. So on the men's side, you mentioned you've got Djokovic, you've got Andy Murray. Andy Murray at Wimbledon this year, I was so nervous for him when I was watching that because he really had the hopes and dreams of his whole nation on his shoulders in that final at Wimbledon.
Well, he'd been to the finals the year before. He had won the Olympic Games at Wimbledon a month after Wimbledon last summer. He won the U.S. Open. So finally the stage was set. Fred Perry was the last male winner in the 30s from Great Britain. They've had a couple of female winners, but everybody was just please, please. And it was an incredibly emotional day in tennis because it was wonderful for tennis too, but also for Great Britain and for Wimbledon.
Yeah, the U.S. Open, especially when you live in New York, I got to live in New York for a couple of years.
It's everything.
To go out there, it is such a huge deal in Manhattan. What's the profile of tennis nationally now? How is it set? Because there are not, aside from Serena Williams, a lot of American stars in the game.
Well, I grew up in the tennis boom years. When I played in the late 70s, Chris Evert, Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Martina Navratilova.
It was almost Hollywood.
It was extraordinary. It's a little different now. It's much more global. You have top players from Serbia, from Poland. You have great Asian players. The first Chinese major winner, Li Na. Things that never would have been heard of 25 years ago. U.S. is not where it was. On the women's side, they have some stronger with Sloane Stephens, Madison Keys, some stronger potential. The men's side still lagging, although 6'9" John Isner is having a great summer.
We're looking at you playing right there.
Oh, that's beating Tracy Austin in the quarterfinals of Wimbledon in '81. She's from Rolling Hills.
Yep.
I'd never beaten Tracy. She'd beaten me every time we played like 16 and under nationals. There's my coach. So anyway, Wimbledon's a special place. Was lucky enough to play there when I was the fortnight I turned 16.
Yeah, we always have this conversation about the best ever, the greatest ever. I want to roll some tape here. Tell me if this guy is the greatest ever.
Yeah, I hope it's a Baltimore Oriole you're showing. Brooks Robinson.
No.
Cal
Ripken.
Machado. That's now.
Yeah, that's right now.
I thought you were going to go back and test my
old school.
Yeah, exactly. Manny Machado is the Brooks Robinson of today's third baseman for the Orioles. He's fantastic. My kids were able to meet him about a month ago.
Now we play this because you are a minority owner of the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah, for about 21 years. I grew up in Baltimore, so I played all my tennis. Peter Angelos, when he bought the team, he put a bunch of us, Tom Clancy, Jim McKay, the late sportscaster, all Baltimore people, Barry Levinson, the filmmaker.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Into a little limited partnership, and so it's fun.
That's fantastic.
We're neighbors. I think we have to play some tennis together.
All right, I'd love to.
I need some serious lessons.
Well, I don't know. Can you practice some first?
Well, a little. I'm not terrible.
I think Pam Shriver still got enough game for you. Yeah. Great seeing you, Pam. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you.
U.S. Open, of course, starts on Monday, and Pam will be reporting for ESPN.